Hey guys, my name is Fuzzy Cub and welcome back to Vault Hunters! Yeah, I'm actually trying to get my own head for something I have planned. Thanking you. So let's take this wonderful head over to the shopping district because I have been working on a little something. So over here, I have made a jester's hat because it's fast approaching April Fool's Day, and I want to get the server involved in some fuzzy shenanigans. So let us pop in here, place down a barrel, place down a lectern, and place down this book. And what is this book, might you ask? Well, welcome to Fuzzy Fools. In the spirit of April Fool's Day on April 1st, I invite you all to join, hopefully, a server-wide event, the Great Episode Swap. So if you've been with me from the start, since the Olympus Craft days, you'll remember that we did an episode swap one year for April Fool's Day, and I just want to bring that back because I thought that was a lot of fun. So, simply decapitate yourself. If you need help, ask a friend. I'm sure there'll be someone eager to lend you a hand, or a sword. Place it in the barrel, and a few days before April 1st, come back to the jester hat and randomly select a head. So basically, you put your head in here, and then a few days before April Fool's Day, I'll just set up a little quick randomizer and you'll get a head. And then you must swap episodes with them. Meaning, you need to do the episode in their style, do what they would do, and maybe leave a little prank behind. But for now, that's for future Fuzzy. I want to pop back to the base because I have been super busy over here in the Create Tower area. And I did a fuzzy fool of my own. I built the entire thing for like 3.5 hours and I forgot to press record. So let me just take you guys over and I'll explain what I'm talking about. So, welcome to the rather noisy laser show of spinny wheels of death and stuff. So let me actually pop into free cam because it's going to be much easier to show you if I can just like hover around like a little fuzzy ghost. Shall we start from the top? This is a cobblestone generator. Lava falls into water. Water turns lava into stone. Stone gets broken into cobblestone. Cobblestone goes into chest. And here is where the spaghetti laser show starts. This modular router places cobblestone into this chute, which then gets crushed into gravel. The gravel gets sucked out down here into the drawer controller and goes in here. This modular router takes cobblestone from this drawer and puts it down here. And all of these drawers here have stockpile observers or stockpile indicators on them. So basically, it tells you how much you have in your drawer or any inventory for any matter. Like you can even do it with a hopper if you really need to. Say for example here, look, I have 114 of 128 stacks, which means that this is not full. So therefore it will output a redstone signal to this redstone link. So that redstone link is connected to that modular router, which will output a redstone signal to tell the modular router to take gravel out of here and send it up to this here. Then that will crush it down into sand, and the sand will be sucked down into here. And basically that's just repeated over and over and over again. The gravel gets turned into sand. The sand gets washed into clay. It also gets haunted into soul sand. The soul sand gets washed into gold nuggets and Code's favorite, quartz. And then the last thing that happens is the cobblestone gets haunted into blackstone. Now there is a lot more I can do with this, but I lost all hope after 3.5 hours. Those redstone links and modular routers, they are not very intuitive. But yes, this is what I have been doing for the last day or so, and I just need basically just to make it pretty again, and that will be everything done. Also, I have updated our boiler system. I have made it much bigger. I have added the mechanism pipes because they can actually suck out of this thing. And I have added a sink over here, which means that this is much bigger and much stronger than it was. So all in all, Fuzzy's getting more and more advanced. Oh, and of course we have it connected to our refined storage system over in the central island. Which brings me to my next point. I think we need to get a little bit wireless. So what do I mean wireless? I mean exactly that. There are two things that I need to do to make this base a little bit more wireless. The first thing I need to do involves eating some knowledge stars. So I want to unlock a little mod called Flux Networks, which is 2 research points. So 1, 2, doink, nice. Basically, Flux Networks is, if I show you guys here, it's a very, very small mod. Like, it's a really, really small mod. The basis of it is you make a Flux controller, which stores power, basically. You make a Flux point, which is basically like giving something power, and then you have a Flux plug, which you put on a power source. This Flux plug then puts the power into your Flux controller. And the fun thing about the Flux controller is it wirelessly charges things in your inventory. That's right, I will no longer need to charge things in a battery or in anything else, mostly codes things. And the second thing I want to do is I want to make these things. I need wireless inventory. Because I don't want to make another one of these behind me because I really don't want to use another Echo Pog. So I'm just going to use one more Echo Pog. Just one, I can stop whenever I want, I swear. To make a wireless controlling curio, which will go in my inventory slots, and you guessed it, it'll be powered by Flux. So, let's get crafting! So, it looks like we're being limited by an Echo Pog. Good thing I have set up outside the base all of my ores for fortuning. Shall we have a satisfying fortuning session? Believe it or not, that Larimar is half the amount of Larimar that I had. I literally had no Larimar left when I was making all the stuff for the Mega Factory and the Create Tower, and I had to fortune half of the Larimar that we had. That's 3 by 3. That was twice as big. Anywho, let's break stuff down. Let's start with the Benny Boys. Next, the Larry Boys. Next is Painite. Next is Would I Die? Would I die for you? Maybe. Maybe not. Next, Alexandrite. Or is it Alexandrite? I'm not really sure. Let me know which way you pronounce it in the comments, because I honestly, I've pronounced it Alexandrite all the time, but I've seen people do it as Alexandrite. And of course, the Black Opal. So it looks like our store of gems is finally getting back up there. Although, having said that, I'm going to use quite a lot of that Larimar, aren't I? But all that's left to do now is the Pug gems. The things that are causing me issue. Let's hope we get enough to make 8 Pugs so we can get our Echo Pug. Ooh, 13. Not too bad at all. So let's take all of our gems and continue our crafting. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A perfect echo. Surround it with the pugs. And we have our 3rd Echo Pug of the season. Nice! And now hopefully we can make the wireless crafting grid. So in order to use this wireless transmitter, we need power in our crafting grid. And in order to get power into our wireless crafting grid, we need to craft our Flux controller, our Flux point, and our Flux plugs. So the first thing we need to do is get Flux dust, which is chromatic iron and redstone. That's fine. We'll just use up all the redstone that we got earlier. Then we need to make... let's just make 12 of these. And ooh, we're getting very expensive. Let's just go and acquire more redstone, because I have a feeling we're going to need a lot of it for this flux powder. Memories. It's nice to return back to where we started first. I haven't seen this place since like episode 3 or something. But the reason we're over here is because I know nobody has been mining over here, so hopefully the digital miner can get all of the redstone that we need. Weird Gadget loaded, and start. Hopefully we'll get all the redstone that we need. I think this may be enough. So, back to our Flux Network. First of all, we are going to need more of these, which means more of these, which means more of these guys, which means more of these guys. Make our Flux controller, our Flux point, which needs a pog. Thankfully, we have a lot of pog gems now. There's our Flux point, our Flux plug. So it looks like everything is ready to get our wireless set up. So let us set up our Flux. I'll pop this guy in the corner. We will add Fuzzy's network. And of course we turn it red. We make it public. Oh, looks like Flynn has a network too. Select Fuzzy's network. And we make sure everything is loaded. So these are our armor slots, curio slots, offhand and main hand, plus our hotbar slot. Turn enable wireless on. And wireless charging is effective. And just to double check, I did make a flux storage cell which stores up energy. So that is proof that it's actually working. Next, let's pop in behind here. Let's add in our flux plug, make sure it's on fuzzies. It is. And that should be receiving power from the energy cube code gave us. Lastly, we have to pop over to the refined storage system and pop on the flux point onto the bottom of the controller to power the system. So I've already removed the lava generator, and I should only just have to pop this here and make sure it's on Fuzzy's network. It is. And there we go. Wireless power. And now that we have wireless power, it's time to set up wireless crafting. So let's lay down just a few wires here to give us some space. Now this is actually quite easy to set up, but I'm going to go through it slowly in case you guys want to copy it or follow along. The first thing we need to do is put down a wireless transmitter. Now this thing standard is 16 blocks, but if we put in 4 upgrades, it goes to 48 blocks. Next thing we need to do is we need to get our wireless crafting grid, and we need to right click that on our control block. Now essentially that is your system setup. I can right click this and it will open my crafting grid, and because it's a wireless crafting grid I can craft from my system. But this is only 48 blocks. We want to go further, and that's where the transmitters come in. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put down a network transmitter, and inside this transmitter I need to go put in this network card. But first of all I need to find out how far away I can access my crafting grid. So I can do it here. I can do it here, 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 here. Now, we are out of range right here, which means if I dig down here, place down this network receiver. Actually, let's go down one more. I'll place down this network receiver, put on another wireless transmitter. I can place these in here to give it an extra few blocks. Then I get this, right click it on that block, which means now this is now linked to the space that block occupies. We go back to our transmitter down here, place it in here, and it should, in theory, be transmitting our system all around our base. See, there we go. And now we should get even more distance from our base. It feels so good to finally have wireless crafting back. Yes, it is expensive, but it's totally worth it. And between episodes, I'm going to put a few more of these around my base. I just don't think you want to see me crafting stuff again. I know it gets boring. It gets tedious for me too. Why don't we break up that tedium by, let's say, running a vault? We're over level 50 now, so chances are we're going to be getting a lot of tier 3 mobs and creepers. I don't like the tier 3 creepers. So let's get geared up and pop into this vault I have open here. Actually, I think that vault might be a level 48. Only one way to find out. And let's... Oh, no, well. Now let's go. Oh, great. Creepers. At least we get coin stacks. I think I have coin affinity on this. I do. So this is an elixir ore, which means we have to find out the thing that gives us the most elixir. The last few elixir vaults I did, it seemed to be a lot of vault fighters gave you as much enough elixir. Ooh, hello. You guys came out of nowhere. Ooh, ore piles. Hopefully ores give us a lot of elixir. Not a lot. I mean, I'm never going to say no to ores. No. No. Looks like creepers give a lot of, no. My ores. Ooh, looks like vault fighters again give a lot of ore, or give a lot of elixir. Ooh, Tubium. Why are there so many creepers? I have a feeling that I have some sounds turned off that are telling me if it's a fizzle spawner or not. Black opal. Where's that spawner? Ooh, cheese ore. Coins. They give a lot of elixir too. Ooh. Okay, I'm guessing that the spawner's up there somewhere. Let's go in this way. Ooh, that got spicy. Am I going blind? Where is that spawner? Can't get me up here. Maybe I should just leave this one. I seem to be tempting fate. Although I can't say no to some elixir. Okay, that's it. No more greed, no more greed. But greed is good. Need to find a chest to get rid of this stuff. Oh, look, more ores. Are we gonna get the elixir just from ores? That would be cool. Where is that spawner? You also saw me. Come on. Come. Hey. Now die. Excuse me, that was an illegal move. Water bucket Gober! Come here, mobs. Come here. Come to Fuzzy. Give me your sweet, sweet elixir. Except you. You can just die. I said, die. Let's hope there's a chest in here. Yay! That's better. Looks like wooden chests give quite a lot too. Fuzzy versus Cactus. Cactus 7, Fuzzy 0. That sounded like a fizzle, but I'm not sure. I should probably check my sound settings, but you know, I like living dangerously sometimes. Getting quite a few pog gems. Looks like the pog gems give more elixir also. I mean, I'm not complaining. Okay, next. Aha! We have a lodestone. Let's waypoint this guy. If we're lucky, we can pop back to that one and finish this vault. I do like this sword. CWG gave me this sword. It used to be his, I can't remember what it was called. Twiddly Thinks or some weird thing like that. But I call it secondhand damage because it's secondhand and it's a two-handed sword. I do puns. I would like to thank you for your elixir donation. Ooh, Omega. That's not great for an Omega. I mean, fundamental focus, I'll take it. I wonder if we killed all those guys down there, would we reach our elixir? Probably not quite, but it's not that far off. I think one more room and we're done. We can always come back to that one. 6 minutes left? I think we can do it. We just gotta be fast. Coins. Ooh, they give a lot of elixir. I see ya. I see ya. Looks like we just reached our quota. Ooh, I see a sneaky one down there too. Let's pop back to the previous room and try not to get killed by this guy. And boop. So let's head back to the base and take a look at what we got in our crate. 13,117 XP. Wow. That's a lot of XP. And of course, we use a level 47. We always have to have the rift open. Aesthetics are important. So let's take a look at what we got. We got a healthy amount of gems. Looks like I forgot to clean this pouch out from the last scav hunt we did. And we got not a bad amount of stuff. I mean, 15 knowledge essence is nothing to sniff about. Let's put away all this stuff and open the elixir crate. Okay, let's hope for an artifact. I don't think there's an artifact. There's a few jewels. Let's see. An orb of regret, some silver, a sandy cave, some vault armor. Yeah, not too bad. Let's put away all these jewels. Speaking of jewels, I am drowning in jewels. I really need to smelt these up, but there's always something else to be doing around the base, and I keep forgetting to do it until we inevitably have to make another double chest to store them in. Let's roll these three. Nothing. Plop this stuff in the system. Throw the augment upstairs in this guy. Oh, and apparently we're rolling gear. What did we get? 10% block chance. No. 12 armor, not too bad. Empty prefix, we can work with that. 12 armor, and no, that's not very good. This guy is 7, he's smelting. And this guy is 16 attack and empty prefix. No. I will keep the pants and see if I can do something with them. Otherwise, everything else go burr. And unfortunately, that is all the time I have left for today's episode. If you like the episode, like, subscribe, leave a comment. We are so close to 1,000 subs. In fact, I am about to do a live stream tonight. It might actually be going on now as this episode is released. And I hope, against all hopes, to get to my 1,000 subs during that live stream. So I'll be really, really appreciated if you guys come along and show some support. And don't forget, join my Discord, the Bear Cave. There's a lot of really, really nice people over there, and we generally just talk about nonsense stuff. So kind of like this episode, but on Discord. So I'll see you guys next time, hopefully when I'm 1,000 subs. If you guys click the subscribe button. Bye-bye!